Okay, I think I found the error. This was an and after messing around with it quite a bit, I realized that it should be an or here. So as long as one or the other is not the same, then that's not the same cell. They don't both have to be different, just one of them has to be different for the row and column. So I think that fixes it. So if I redo it, I click, it seems to be fine. So hopefully if I do 3, I'll never get the cell I'm clicking. Anyway, that's good. Great, so now the way it works is that whatever I click, it should be 0 at first, and then after that, hopefully I will reveal things. So let's go back now to the draw state. I'm going to get rid of what I had and take off the comment marks. So now let's try it. I'll do a 10 by 10. The first cell I click should be not a bomb, and it crashed again. Oh no, maybe it just didn't take my click. So I get I think, let me try that again. Click, problem, click again. Oh, I know. In my first one, I need the, draw state's right there. On click. So yes, so invalid cells, we add it to the invalid cells and we add it to the mask. So there, that should do it. Now if I click, it reveals, and now after that I got a bomb. I should just have bombs randomly placed. Very good. And there should be 10 bombs somewhere. Oh no, where they are. Should be 10 altogether. Anyway, so that's looking good. So there are no bombs until I click, and then the first one I click should never be a bomb, and after that there should be bombs. Now what I need to do is, once the bombs are laid, I'm going to create the whole field. So that means I'm going to put numbers around. This should be a 1 because it's near 1 bomb. This is a 2, this is a 4, this is a 4, this is a 2, 2, and that sort of thing. So now I need to make yet another function. I'm just going to call this Makefield. And this will be, this will make the field by scanning through every single cell and then checking the neighbors of that cell. So actually, before I get to the make field, I'm going to create a check neighbors function, and if you give me a row and a column number, we will check for a value, like so. Now the way this one will work is that we're going to check the cells to the left of it, to the right of it, above it, below it, up and to the left, down and to the left, up and to the right, and down and to the right. But we need to make sure that we're still on the grid when we check all these neighbors, because if we're up on the side and we try to check the cell to the just past that, then if we're off the grid, there's going to be nothing there, and it's going to give us an error. So we do need to make sure that when we're checking, that that we're not going off of the grid when we check. So I'm going to create a variable called tally, and this is going to count how many bombs are around this thing, around the value, around the cell at row column RC. So once I specify an RC, it'll tell me how many things are around it. In this case, I'm trying to decide if I need to. I'm going to just take off this value. We're just checking for values of -1. I may come back and change this later so that I can specify which value I want to look for. But right now I'm just counting -1s around each cell. So I'm just going to come here. Okay, so if the column value, so that's my left, right, which column I'm in, is greater than 0, that means it could be 1 or more, then I can check to the left. So only if I'm far enough in that I can, to the left of 1 is 0, but to the left of 0 there is no -1 column. So I got to be above 0 in order to check the left one. So then I'm going to say, I guess I'm going to use curly brackets to make sure that, I don't know if I can do multiple ifs in line like this. You know what, I'll try it. I'm not sure. So if field var c-1 equals -1, yeah, I think that's okay. Tally ++. Yeah, let's try that. So this is I'm checking to the left here. Let's only check the left. So just to see if this works before I keep going. And return tally. Alright, so check neighbors will check basically only the cell to the left and count how many -1s there are. So at max there'll be 1, and that'll always be to the right of a bomb. And then it's going to return that number. So that's going to be the check neighbors number. And I'll come back and I'll add lines for all the other parts later. Just I want to make sure this is working. Then I'll do function make field. So once you click, it's going to do this, and it's basically going to say for let row of field, so for every row, let cell of field row, so check every cell in that row. What I wanted to do, we are going to say let r, well, I think that'll be good. Let tally equal check neighbors for that row and that cell. And once I get the tally, I'll say fields row cell is equal to the tally. No, that's not quite right. It will be equal to the tally if it's not a bomb there. So as long as the field is not a bomb, I'll say, we'll say field row cell is not equal to a -1. So as long as it's not a bomb, we will put the tally. Otherwise, we'll leave it as a -1, and that should be good. let me see how that works. Oh, actually, wait. We have to call this function now. So, my first click, I will go and lay the bombs, make field, so then it will calculate all the other numbers, draw state, and then there. Okay, that should be good, I think. So, let's try that. Okay, double equal problem 160. Okay, 160. Okay, it doesn't like this, so I think I need to put curly brackets. That's kind of what I want to check. Still doesn't like it. Oh, this needs to go inside of the parentheses. Just make sure. Okay. Boom. Problem. Field row is undefined. 168. Oh, these have to be in. Sorry. Okay. Click. Where's a bomb? Ah, good. So it's counting to the left. So my two inline things are working. So anything to the left of a bomb is a 1 and it turns green. So that's great. Okay. So that means this is working. I'm going to copy and paste this. I want a left, right, top, bottom. Then I want a we'll start there. So for the left, as long as I'm not all the way to the left, I can check the left side. As long as I'm not all the way to the right, so as long as C is less than dims, I think I got to do -1 here. Yeah. So as long as I'm not in the very last the rightmost column, then I want to do C +1. And I'll bring this to here. Then I want to see, as long as I'm not in the highest row, then I'm going to go up a row. And as long as I'm not in the bottom row, then I want to add 1 to the row number and check that cell. Okay, that should work. So I'm going to try this again. What? Field R +1 is not defined. Okay. Let's see. I think what it does. Oh yeah, it's text. That's the problem. So I'm going to say row column here, and I'm going to say let R equal parse int row, and let C equals parse int column. So I think I'm getting text values, maybe. Is that correct? You know, I'm not even sure. I'll try it and let's see. I think it's in the other function. Okay, that's kind of working. Let's reveal everything. Okay, so I am counting to the above, to the right, to the left, and below. So not counting diagonals, this does only have 2 around it. Everything else has 1. So now let's work on the diagonals. Okay, this all works. I'm going to do another set of 4, and I'm going to say upper left, upper right, lower left, and lower right. Okay, so upper. Upper means a row before, so as long as I'm not all the way to the left and I'm not all the way to the top, I can go up a cell. So -1. And as long as I'm not all the way to the right and all the way at the top, I can go up a cell. Okay, let me do a couple here, I guess. And kind of get them in line. That should be good. Now, yeah, okay. Now I want to do lower left. So as long as I am, R is less than the dimensions, and so these are going to be plus, and then for the left I'm going to say -1, and the right I'm going to say +1, and here I need to check to see that C is greater than 0 and C is less than dims -1. Well, whatever. This is fine. Let's see. Let's see if I'm counting properly. Looks good to me. So this thing has 2 around it, this thing has 2 around it, this has 1, this does have 3, this has 2, this has 2, everything looks good. Alright, so we got the field properly laid out. That's great. I think that's pretty good. So now all we have to do is make it so that we don't just get one cell at a time. Now we need the algorithm that goes as far as it can go up until it hits numbers. We will do that in the next video. Yeah.